In Cedar Creek, a winter's day warms quickly on abundant organic crops headed to someone's empty dinner table. This is FarmShare Austin, an innovative nonprofit founded in 2012 to unite aspiring young farmers and provide good food to those in need.
So I started farming probably 4 or 5 years ago. I started actually at Urban Roots. I volunteered there a lot and really got bit by the bug there. And then I went on to work at several other really well-established great farms here, Tecolote Farm and then Boggy Creek Farm. And I don't know, there's something about it that's just so engaging, involves so many different skills. You get to work outside, which can be fun and like horrible all at the same time. Farmers are really awesome people, and the people who enjoy good food are really awesome.
FarmShare Austin's mission enticed Lorig to join Executive Director Taylor Cook and lead instructor Marissa Lankus as they broke new ground.
We focus on 4 kind of pillars in our organization. One is education, one is food access, research, and land preservation. And within FarmShare, we have a program called Farmer Starter. It's an educational farmer training program where we teach students who are interested in becoming farmers, specifically in Central Texas. We started it because we really felt a need in Central Texas for more farmers.
The pilot project launched in fall 2014 with 6 students.
The Farmer Starter program is directed towards usually people who've at least graduated from high school. A lot of students are post-college, but really are sort of looking to become farmers themselves. The students live on site. We have 6 10x12 canvas tents outfitted with wood-fired stoves. There's no electricity in the tents. We do have solar-powered kind of chargers for their phones and lamps and stuff, but it really is just a full-on experience, and they've embraced it really well. Some of them never made fires before they came to the program, and they're quite well versed in making fires now that it's gotten colder.
After work, they can clean up in the landowner's outdoor shower, or they can head into his modern farmhouse with complete bathroom and kitchen. FarmShare Austin leases land from this generous supporter who farms part of the 7 acres himself.
And we cultivate about 3 acres. Right now, for this program in the fall, we're only growing 1, and then in the spring, we'll open it up to the full 3. Johnson's Backyard is involved. Brenton Johnson, the owner of JBG, sits on our board, and so he's very helpful in terms of just advice and mentoring. He's also an extremely good neighbor. He's literally across the road from us. It's really great too to be able to show the different scales as well, because we can literally say to our students, here is smaller scale, hand scale, and turn to your left and there is the larger scale.
What's their secret to such healthy crops?
If we're finished with like a crop, I'll go through and I'll mow down that crop. Hopefully everything's been harvested that's can be harvested from it, and then come back and add on any sort of amendments that I need. We do twice a year soil tests here, so we really try and stay on top of what's happening in our soil and what's lacking and what we need.
To rotate crops, they prep future ground with cover crops that return nitrogen to the soil. In winter, it's almond rye, oats, purple turnips, and Austrian winter peas.
Sometimes in the spring, we will follow some crops immediately with like another crop, but mostly we'll incorporate everything back and cover crop down. This area that you see right here will be mostly in cover crop at the beginning of the spring, and we'll start planting down in our back fields.
They also turn in more compost. Lorig plans to add sulfur too.
Sulfur is really big here. It helps really open up lots of different minerals and micronutrients in the soil that sometimes get locked up in this like clay soil here.
Some plants start in the greenhouse. Other seeds hit the ground directly.
We do a lot of successive planting here. So as soon as usually one crop is finished, there's another one that's already coming on and ready to go. The bugs in Texas are an issue. I try and take kind of a very hands-off approach. I really try and just keep the soil really healthy. I try and really stay on top of rotations and get stuff out of the ground that's been in there too long before I start harboring stuff that doesn't need to be there.
Mixing in flowers attracts good bugs to keep things in balance.
We use a lot of trap crops too. Not a lot, but we do plant some beds. For whatever reason, bok choy seems to be a really great trap crop for us. So we actually planted that thinking that we would harvest it, but it was keeping all the bugs contained so well that I just decided to leave it. Then sometimes, You just have to let something go. Sometimes something's lost, and there's nothing you can do.
In winter, all hands are on deck when deep freeze is forecast.
We kind of do two different methods. One is just the tough love method. It's that, you're designed to be in the cold, so hopefully you pull through and make it. But the other thing we use is we do have a row cover. When it's windy, it can be a real nightmare. But you make it work, and it becomes an experience and a memory sometimes. So we're really trying to take all of this food that the students grow and put it back into the community. We've partnered with the Sustainable Food Center, who have been also really, really great partners. We're working with them with programs to get CSAs, so community supported agriculture shares, into schools so faculty, teachers, parents within the schools have access to a box a week if they sort of opt in.
Still, farming is a business.
And the other thing that's unique about our program is not only are we trying to set them up as growers, but we're also trying to set them up as business owners. So we really approach farming as this is what you need to think about as a business. So we sit down and have them write a business plan. We talk about marketing skills. We talk about all of the aspects of what you need to do as a farmer to make sure that you are a viable business and can sustain yourself. Because there's a lot of skill sets involved in farming. You have to be a carpenter, you have to be an engineer, you have to be a biologist, you have to be really into community, and so there's a lot of different skills to train and teach, and if you haven't grown up with sort of a lot of that background, it can be really, really overwhelming. And so our program is very specifically designed to give you the basics on all of those things so that you can go and take and start your own farm. I just love everything about farming, from the hard physical labor to the working in the heat, to the having frozen fingers, to planting, to everything. I can't imagine doing anything else for the rest of my life, and I just want to share it with as many people as possible. What better thing to be able to do in life? I'm not sure.